Hello everyone, let's talk about the energy of this week. And as you can hear through my voice, just wanting to slow things down a little bit and get you feeling all centered and a little bit more at ease. So in my last video, I talked about the energy of January and late 2019. And it was a very difficult transition for a lot of us, particularly in January. And as we move on now into this new month of February, there is a sense of lightening up, but there's also on some level for some people, I would say it feels like surface tension. And when I say that, what it feels like is that in January, any tension, in fact, extreme tension that you were feeling was coming from a deep inner level mixed with an outer collective kind of gunk overshadowing it. And this month it feels that on some surface level, those of you who are still feeling some variation of difficulty, it is because it is hovering around unprocessed or in process. And it's like people use the term in progress, right? And we are all in progress, and the cycle just keeps churning and turning and churning. So the message in this is that whatever darkness some of you might be feeling at any time, and for a lot of us we do feel a bit brighter, but nothing is perfect, right? So any time that you feel like some kind of shadow is creeping in, it's for a lesson, it's for resolution, finalization, and they're showing me the end cogwheels of the wheel. So as I was saying before, we are in progress, but, there is an end in sight. That wheel is turning. For some of you, it feels a bit wedged or blocked, but you've got to get through what it is you don't want to see. And I know that's hard, and for a lot of us, it's an old story and we are sick of it, but it really is how it is. Other than that, what comes up for me, I feel is coming to me now is relationship issues. So, and the house just cracked when I said that. So that's just a double confirmation of that. So for some of you, a portion of you, there are things that you are not seeing or most likely not willing to see in your relationship, and to have a look at that, or in a relationship. I'd say mostly intimate relationship, but it could be a different relationship to that. And for others, there's a lightening up in relationships. There's still a little bit of grey shadow here and there, but I feel that you're working on, those of you in partnerships that have had difficulties of any kind in the last month or two. There is a feeling of renewal and going into the heart level. And at the same time, it's not perfect. It's like the jigsaw puzzles just trying to come back together again and form a unison and a new requiem, a new harmony. Early this week, there is a feeling of a lot of fire energy, of wanting to pick up a momentum and a drive and get things done. It could also be expressed as a kind of a passion or a desire. And so have a look at any area of your life where you feel motivated, even if you can't exactly get it done, just as this inner drive. So see what it's pointing to you. And I feel that beyond that, on a deeper level, there's a hidden message about what's to come, what you're wanting to bring into your life, the overall goal. So they're saying the overarching goal is there, sort of like in the horizon or all around us, sort of a spherical, and at the same time, so any little snippet right now that you're receiving of motivation or of insight, guidance, inspiration, or sort of that to-do list kind of feel, is a snippet that connects to the whole. So it's a microcosm, an aspect leading you to that final end. But they like to say, don't think of it as a linear line. They're saying think of it as spherical. Hopefully you can make sense of that. I also feel that your intuition has been heightened. You may have felt that your third eye is a bit more active, and that you have had some insight or received some kind of awareness, or just lightened up in some way. And with the intuition, it really is speaking to you on a deeper level. And I feel that there will be more energy coming up where you can access your intuition, or that the universe will be speaking to you, so to speak. And also, I feel guided to say through the dream state. I'm also seeing the number 11 right now. So I'm feeling heightened spirituality, connecting with the divine, and to particularly pay attention to moon energy. So the recent full moon in Leo this last weekend was really bringing about a massive change, they're actually saying right now. So that's interesting. And I feel that wherever you were blocked in your throat chakra, I felt it as a stone right now going down from my throat into my stomach. So I'm drawn to the solar plexus area to say this is now where you are to show your power, to get into that seat of knowing where you can feel more confident and in your body, and with the go-ahead signal. As I got that image of that stone, or that circle, like an orb going down from my throat, which was the previous block, and then moving through the heart, the courageous Leo energy through the heart. I feel there's a heart opening, and then we go down to the solar plexus. And as I say that, my stomach sort of clenches, and it also tingles. So there are some things that still needing to process. That's the clenching in the stomach. Okay, what is it you can't stomach, or that sort of is the end fragments of the hard energy that you've been going through in recent times, which can include months, and a mix of a lighter energy. That's the flutter of feeling, the tingles of what's wanting to come through, expand. So with that now, let's just breathe in and breathe out, and just have that feeling of an energy that is like a nice sort of shiver, a positive shiver moving through you, wanting to open you up. So think of it as light frequency, but also heart opening. Beautiful. And feel and get into that now. And you might get a sense of both two things happening. One is that nice heart energy and the light. And the other is you might feel in your stomach, if your stomach's clenching, or anywhere else in your body, or just generally in your mind or emotions, anything comes up, it's a darker energy, just to release. Okay, so do your best to just sort of drop out of that. Let go of your worries and concerns, because I really feel that coming up right now with a lot of you. Worries, doubts, confusion, uncertainty, lack of confidence. This is what's wanting to process out, to be seen, and then changed, transmuted. For you are moving on. So we're coming up to a retrograde cycle. So yes, we all love it, Mercury retro. So that should be happening roughly later this weekend. And we've been feeling the onset of it for a couple of weeks. But I want to say there's this other kind of watery Pisces energy around, which is, I feel that you would have experienced already, most probably, some kind of miscommunication, or like it's just that you're trying to express something and you might even think you're doing it clearly, but other people are not getting it or reading it the same way. So it's like you're both reading completely different print. So the feeling of that is not being on the same page. It doesn't feel so drastic and intense like we've all experienced before with miscommunication at this point, but it's just a kind of watery confusion of expression in some way. Also, it could just be a feeling of a growing new kind of tension or intensity, where there's a kind of confusion or conflict between your mind and your heart, your thoughts and your feelings, which can lead to feeling like you can't make a decision, you're getting cranky, perhaps some rising anxiety. That's why, too, the angels are just reminding me what I brought up before about the solar plexus and that little energy work that we did. Everything I was saying there does connect. So whatever work you do now on releasing and moving forwards will make that smoother transition in the next few weeks. So that's it for this week. I hope that you're finding these audios okay. So I might do audio sometime, videos other times, and that seems to be working better for me. So yeah, have a great week. Talk soon. Pop me a note on Facebook, or leave a message under this video. I like to hear how you are going, what's coming up for you, and any questions you might have. And I'll also be doing the occasional video answering questions from the public. Sometimes it's easier to answer it in video form so that I can connect to the energy and sort of have it come out of my mouth as it's happening rather than writing it down. So also a lot of questions can actually connect to other people as well. That's usually what happens. There's a universal message in a solo person's question or scenario. It's quite amazing how all that happens. So, so you're welcome to ask a question too. Just remember that might mean that I answer it in public form, but I always ask for permission first, or I just keep it general. So if you would like to ask a question, pop me a note on my Facebook page. So facebook.com/Natalia Kuna. Okay, thank you. See you guys soon. Bye.